So believe it or not, Target does not sell automotive window tint, but they do sell a lot of stuff. I bought only stuff from Target to tint a window, but we have some professional grade film here. I'm going to talk about the cheaper stuff in a later video. I could have just went and got some generic spray bottles and stuff to tint a window, but that's not as exciting when you're going to Target. So we got some weird stuff here. Here we have basically a super soaker. It's an off-brand, only sold at Target, X-Shot Jetstream. This is gonna be our spray bottle. Has a little tank in it for what we're gonna use for the soap, Tide Pods. Now, I'm not completely sure how these are gonna work. There's definitely could add, too much soap or not enough. Detergents can be used as soapy water for your window tinting. People use Dawn and stuff like that. We're gonna see exactly how these Tide Pods work. Next up, for our heat gun, we have the Revlon Essentials Compact Styler. This was 12 bucks. I wasn't sure if this was gonna get hot enough, but I looked, it says it has 1,875 watts of fast drying power. And I looked at the $60 one and it said the same thing. So we're gonna try it out. And then for the knife, I was gonna use Sharpie, scissors, and then a box cutter for the top edge, but I felt like that was becoming too much. So I'm gonna make my own little makeshift knife out of some electrical tape and a box cutter blade. Last but not least, we have a couple of actual squeegees here, and they're like $3 to $5 each. They should be pretty good, and in case those don't go well, I have these little like putty knives, kind of like the Bondo cards that I used in my Walmart video. So that's kind of the rundown of what we're gonna be using today. So let's go ahead and unbox some of this shit and see what happens. So I already noticed a little bit of there's no good way to release the pressure on this thing. All right, so I already noticed another thing with this Super Soaker. The hole is not quite as big as what I thought, because it had this big gigantic cap on it, but it's actually kind of a tiny outlet. And I believe the Tide Pods here, I think they're gonna be too big. So we're gonna have to improvise a little bit. We're gonna stab a Tide Pod so we can get it to fit. Boop. I don't see a good way of doing this. Oh yeah. There we go. Let's get this one out. And then we should be small enough to just Tide Pod in. So now we know we're gonna get mixed up pretty well. It's not quite soapy yet. You're gonna see it suds up. There we go. See that? Oh yeah. For all you guys saying that I use too much water on my windows, might as well go all the way, right? So now we need to make our little makeshift knife. I'm using the angle of this blade right here. We're using electrical tape to basically tape off about 3/4 of the blade so the film will not cut past that part. We just need the very, very edge exposed, which is also why I didn't just get a straight up box cutter. Now, if you're doing this at home, which I don't think anybody's gonna do this at home, just be careful. We're working with electrical tape, blades, and weird shit. So, there we go. So there we go. That's my idea. See? Now we got a little bit of blade here, and I have a little bit more exposed for my top edge. So it's the best of both. Here's my tint knife right here. So let's go ahead and open our brand new hair dryer that we definitely did not need. Should work out pretty well, I hope. All right, hopefully this gets hot enough. Hopefully it turns on. Woo! There we go. Ooh, ow. Yeah, that gets hot. Yeah, should be good here. Let's go ahead and throw this in my car and get started. So first thing, of course, we spray off our window, get some soapy water on there. It smells like laundry. All right, now I already cut just a bulk piece for this. The film does not matter so much for this video. I was thinking about getting some AutoZone film, but we're just gonna deal with this today. I will be testing AutoZone film. Ooh, we're breaking shit already. Oh, it's actually cracked. Well, I guess there's not so much returning this one anymore. So here we go. I will be doing a future video on AutoZone stuff, but that's not today. So we're gonna take our blade, chop off our piece. First thing is, let's cut our front edge of the film. See how this works. Surprisingly well. See, the trick is really, you just need something with a little bit of a sharp blade to it, and you can make some really nice cuts. So I'm gonna tack this in place, because I do not know how soapy it is. Let's take the big guy. Look at that. And then here we go on this one. Woo, we're getting pretty dicey. Clean. That'll work. Nothing like using a super soaker. All right, so we're gonna pull this down a little bit. So the whole purpose here, if you somehow didn't come across the Walmart video, we need to make the film a little bit bigger than the window itself. So we have some overlap on all sides, and we're tacking it down. And this is the main reason that I made this makeshift blade. I could have used some scissors and cut off for the sides, but rounding off this top corner is gonna be probably the trickiest part, which is why you need something that's a little bit more precise. See that wiggle? You need to let it tack up just a bit. Just try and dry it, get it to tack up. Ooh, I got something for this. I totally forgot. These are for pressure. So we just need to use these to squeegee out a little bit more water. These are like my Bondo cards, so it allows me to put a little bit more pressure than these shower squeegees. So next step, we gotta roll this down and expose our top edge, because we need to cut our top edge. Now this is why I didn't just go for the box cutter, and I'm actually a little bit nervous of this. This should work fine in theory, but I've never used a box cutter and electrical tape before to cut a top edge, because I want this to be as clean as I can possibly get it. Woo. We're getting there. Let's do some front. Catching a little bit, but I think it's still smooth. Not too shabby. We got a little dip here. Yeah. And a little bit right here. Overall, not too bad. It's not gonna be the prettiest top edge in the world. Not off of a box cutter blade like that. It definitely worked. So let's go ahead and round our corners. Ta-da! Neat. Good. I can be done with that. So next step is shrinking. So I'm moving all these things down at the bottom. You don't have to shrink a lot of trucks and SUVs, but I just want to do it on here as an extra precaution because my water is so soapy. We're getting there. We just need to get awfully close. I think that'll be good. It's not the prettiest, but we got a little bit of shrink right here. So this will pull the film together just a little bit to hopefully keep stuff from popping up after I install it, but no guarantees there with what's gonna happen on the inside. My hands are all sorts of like scummy from the detergent. There's so much in here. So now we're getting into the installation portion and the part that everybody's gonna probably freak out about. I had just stripped this, so I don't need to do a ton for it. Yeah, these little plastic cards are actually pretty handy. Definitely want to wipe off my top edge, so I figured it was appropriate to get a big red fluffy towel as well. Same thing here. Scrape it. Make sure everything's good. I wasn't sure which squeegee to get. I saw both of these. So this one looks pretty rad. It's definitely soft though. Look at that, like 2 swipes. And then let's see what the little blue one's like. Still pretty good. These are definitely overly wide. So now our window is mostly clean. Go ahead and rinse it. Just flush the sides. Give it a good spray. Onto the inside. Oh yeah, that's soapy enough. Look at that, sliding right into place. And I'll probably be here waiting for it to dry for like an hour. The top edge is not the greatest, but you know what? Considering what I used, not that horrible either. Squeegee is magical though. We're gonna take our hair dryer, we're gonna dry this out. It's a lot of soap. Turns out Tide Pods work really well. Very concentrated. I know now for next time. So we're gonna roll this up. And then I'm gonna roll this back down, actually just check it. Yep, nothing wiggled, nothing moved. We're good. Now we're in the final stretch. So we're gonna rinse out this bottom. Beautiful. I'll peel this off. Please do not fall down, towel. And we're just lightly. There we go. It's like our small putty knife, and I bet you we can use this to pull back our seal. Maybe this way. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Putty knives, who knew? And same thing, we're gonna pull back this part of the seal. We're gonna roll our edge and then just tuck it in. Ta-da! We need some moisture there. Uh-oh. We got a speck. That's a big one. I don't like that. It's not move. There we go. Use the blue one, muscle some pressure onto it. I think we're good. So yeah, I have this all cleaned off now. This top edge is not as close or clean as I'd like it to be, but to be honest, it turned out better than I thought it would. The rest of it is sparkling clean. Guess enough detergent and water and super soaker. It worked out okay. A little excessive, even by my standards. Door locks, everything still worked. So, you know, window rolls up and down. So we're good there. So yeah, it turned out pretty good. Not exactly professional quality, especially along that top edge. Just a little bit jagged, but overall turned out way better than I thought it would. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the weirdness that I came up with for this video, Super Soakers Tide Pods. I plan on doing more of these. If you have any suggestions on what stores you would like me to shop to tint a door window, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.